Can you see me, Nick? Can you see me?
Yes.
No, you
Yes.
can't. No.
Yes, I can.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Your nipples are poking through the screen.
Damn it! God damn it, I'm not stealthy enough. Yeah. Welcome, Nick, to, it's time for Splinter Cell with Murdering Nick.
Wait,
Woo!
where'd you go?
Yeah. You can't see me, except my 3 green lights, or red lights, or orange lights. God. I do like
Did you actually change the color?
Do what?
Did you actually change the color?
I changed. I had money that I didn't know what to do with in that game, so I'm just like, oh fuck, it'll change the color. It says it does something, but I don't know what it does.
It doesn't do shit.
It doesn't do anything? Okay. For some reason
It changes the color.
I always thought it actually, like, maybe enhanced it, like the view or something, but I never noticed anything. Anyways, yes, Splinter Cell Blacklist. Yes.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
We're talking about a game that is a sequel to Splinter Cell Conviction, but you really honestly couldn't tell that it was a sequel at all.
You can't, like I've said, the Splinter Cells have a backstory, but each one can be a standalone game.
Each one basically, actually the only one I played that wasn't really a standalone game that you kind of needed to play the other ones was Conviction, because Conviction had a bunch of shit that happened in other games, and you're like, oh, okay.
Well, Conviction really only dealt with Double Agent.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, like when you kill your boss and you find out your daughter's dead. Mm-hmm. That all happened in Double Agent.
Yeah, see that one at least seemed like more of a sequel. This one, I mean, they mention shit that happens, like briefly what happens in Conviction, but for the most part, they're just, no. He's with 4th Echelon now, and
Coben is really the only connection.
Oh yeah, Coben's the only connection. He's like honestly, Sam forgives him pretty fucking quick. He's like, I'm gonna kick your ass. Wait, we need you. Okay, just stay over there.
For a long time, Sam was pissed about it until he realized, Coben was the only one who could fly the plane. But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. We'll start out with the story about this. The story, this one's not a deep story. We've seen this many times before. We got the terrorist organization who wants blank demands and their mystery terrorist organization, and they're gonna take they're gonna keep killing and doing whatever, and it's up to you and you alone, your team of little people, to stop this terrorist organization, because the rest of the government is just inferior in every way. And yes, of course.
Well, I think it's because we have high skill expertise, mm-hmm. And if they only use this one team, then if we get caught, captured, whatever, we can't be tracked back to the government, because we're basically a team of Batman, because we're above the law.
Yeah, true. That is true. We are like we're really are like the special ops guys that will be disavowed if we ever get captured type thing. The only thing is, though, this is kind of my own thing with, they sometimes will mix the saying, like, oh, all the Tom Clancy games are in the same universe. That, I guess Splinter Cell is its own universe, because every other Tom Clancy game is same universe. They're all like, oh, yeah. Like, they had that one Hawks game where they actually have to help out the Ghost team. And I was like, oh, that's cool. That's really cool. This one, I was just the whole time, it was in kind of the back of my mind, sitting there thinking, like, well, couldn't they send in the Ghosts or Rainbow Six team to help them out? They have those special ops teams that can help them out, but no. I want to kind of believe that this is its own universe.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure that, like, at least Rainbow Six games, mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure the president is a dude.
I even think in the other ones that the president's a dude. Like, if I remember correctly, one of the Ghost Recon games, it's a dude. This one's just Hillary Clinton. But, yeah.
Not literally Hillary Clinton, but she looks like Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, she resembles a lot of Hillary Clinton. Like, hairdo, the way she even acts. I was like, you might as well just call it Hillary, guys. Come on. I do have to say, though, with, like, okay, so we got generic story. I still do like the villain. I don't know about you. I actually like the villain.
Yeah, well, I mean, the villain, for those who've seen the Boondock Saints, the villain is the mob boss from that movie.
From the original movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, and he does an excellent job. I really have to say he was one of the stronger characters. I honestly, maybe this is just me because sometimes I just suck at paying attention in video games, but I never understood his full plan because they, like, halfway through the game, they're like, well, his real plan's not this. I'm like, if it's not the plan they've been touting of him trying to get all the troops out of all the other countries, if that's not it, I never understood what the hell his plan is, and I don't really want you.
I mean,
you don't spoil it, but I don't.
Yeah,
I never.
That
caught
was
that.
his plan, but when they kept saying like that's not his plan, what they meant was like during that attack.
Oh, okay.
He kept saying like dropping hints that he was going to go somewhere, so that they'd send you and all the troops to that to chase a red herring while he was off giggling like a little schoolgirl doing what he meant to do.
I do like how he was kind of that Joker-esque villain, a little bit, not entirely. He really, because like sometimes he'd be a couple steps ahead of you and your team, and I always like that type of villain, especially in these military games where you have the villain that's able to outsmart you, where it's not just like, oh well, he's just normal terrorist A. Like, no, this guy, he could actually be a threat. I mean, there's a couple scenes in the game where he almost fucking destroys you. So.
Yeah, like when you see a video of a military guy getting executed, and he just you're watching the video, and then the main villain just turns to the camera. I'm not talking to him, I'm talking to you. And then the place starts getting bombed and shit. I was like, holy fuck! Oh yeah, he knows.
Yeah, and I do like how he's not your generic terrorist guy, where he's either Russian or some Arabian dude. This guy, he's ex-MI6, and it's just like, oh, that's freaking cool. I do have to say, let's go, so, the story, I have to say, I dug the shit out of this ending, though. Like, it started out kind of like, whatever, we're just going through the flow, it's the normal thing, normal Black Ops type thing. But towards the end, I was just like, yes, yeah, kick his ass, Sam Fisher, just, take him out. I was into it. Like, especially the last mission of the game, I was sold. I don't know about you.
Well, being us, yeah. I don't want to say, never mind.
Okay.
It's a spoiler to say why it excited me.
Okay, well.
I think you know.
Yeah, I think I know too, but yeah, but there was, I do have to say though, I used to say how much I like the ending. The true ending of the game kind of pissed me off. And we both had this conversation about this ending, and people who know, it kind of got annoying, where it's just like, it was kind of like one of those things where I didn't feel like I didn't win. I didn't feel like I truly won. And maybe there's setting up for a sequel, but,
because the way it was showing up on this, kill, capture.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was going to give me a choice. Mm-hmm. No.
Well, yeah, no. The entire game, people, from what he is referencing, the entire game, sometimes you'll meet up with these character people, like some of these terrorists or whatever, and they'll give you a choice to kill or just capture them or, whatever. You get a choice of either, or spare. Basically, it's kill or spare them. And, the villain actually gives his whole speech at the end where he's like, and he kind of hints at, oh, if you do this or you do this, either way you're screwed, and I thought it was going to give me a choice regardless. No, it doesn't it gives you the falseness. It gives you the delusion that you're going to have a choice, and that kind of made me, that kind of got under my skin a little bit. But let's get into the big thing that people have been getting into about this game. The voice actor. Mike Lionshead did not
actors.
Return. Oh yeah, the voice actors. Yeah, I think they actually got Vic back. The guy.
No.
Yeah, they did some major character changes. The new voice actor for Sam Fisher, he's some nobody. I looked him up on IMDb, seeing if he's been in anything. No, he's just some new guy. I have to say, it didn't bug me as bad as it may have you, because I know you're a big fan of this series.
It bugged me at first, but once I got, because this is a long game, honestly.
Yeah.
Once I got into a few missions into the game, I stopped caring. It's just the only problem for me is this is supposed to be a sequel, and everyone sounds younger.
Oh no! Not everyone sounds younger. Everyone looks younger. Like Victor, it's like his, it's his friend and all that. And Conviction, he was like an old-looking dude with like a ponytail, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he had a ponytail and a goatee, or a soul patch.
Yeah, soul patch. Didn't he have gray hair too, if I remember correctly?
Yeah,
yes.
And this one is blue and his hair's all short. He's got like, his front sticking up.
Oh yeah, he kind of looks like, he literally looks very similar to Tony Stark now. Like he just looks, I mean he's very short in the game, like very early on. You actually saw it in our bloody time, but we weren't paying attention. But very early on, he gets injured, he's out for the count for a while, and that kind of influences Sam to get involved. Otherwise, Sam Fisher, his voice acting, I didn't think, it wasn't as good as, Michael Ironside.
Yeah, but like it was dull.
It was dull, but he got the point across. I didn't think, he didn't have any emotion, but in my theory...
He always sounded bored and pissed off.
In my whole thinking, though, with Sam Fisher, he doesn't really show emotion too often. Like, this one had nothing to do with his family. Like, in the last game where it had everything to do with his daughter, and he was pissed, you could tell that he was pissed and he wanted revenge. This one, he's trying to be as professional as possible, so I'm going to accept the fact that he wasn't, he was just straight to the point. No, he didn't show any emotion too much. I mean, there was a couple times in the thing where he's talking to his new partner, Briggs, and I was, he got angry at him a couple times, but, they just really span over this. The one thing that kind of annoyed me, though, about this game is sometimes they'll just, maybe it's because I don't really, I guess maybe because I don't really dig deep into all this shit, but sometimes we'll be in a mission, and we're like, they'll just be like, oh, why are you here? And then all of a sudden they just explain it right when you're there, and I'm just like, oh, okay. So I kind of got annoyed with that.
They never did that.
I don't know.
Name one mission where they did that.
I'm trying to think. Now you just called me out of my shit. I'm just like, I'm trying to think of one where they just kind of threw you in one. I want to say the train area when you're in the train yard. They just kind of seem like they threw you there.
Well, the train yard, that was because there were bombs there.
Was it the bomb? Okay, maybe I'm mistaking this for another game. I'm mistaking this for another game. Sorry, folks. You play so many fucking games, you kind of get them mixed together. No, this is a completely different game I'm thinking of. All right.
They told you every single time right before the mission that you were there to stop a terrorist attack.
Actually, now I'm thinking back about it. I dug the hell out of how they did it because they actually showed a cutscene explaining everything. They didn't do that annoying thing that a lot of these games like to do, where they just show like a map or whatever. They didn't do the Call of Duty thing, where they just show you a map while voiceovers explaining everything. No, they actually showed a cutscene. They showed them doing whatever they do. I was a little disappointed about some of the gameplay stuff, though, they got rid of from Splinter Cell. Conviction, at least. The interrogations. I love those, Nick. I love the ever-living shit out of the interrogations.
Yeah.
I was disappointed they got rid of them. I mean, they had characters that you could have interrogated. And instead with the interrogations, it's just either a cutscene or just him holding a knife to the throat and them just talking.
Or my favorite, the handcuffs.
Oh, the handcuffs, that one.
Turning handcuffs into a deadly weapon.
That was pretty cool. I admit, that was cool. But then again, I would have liked it. I liked the way Conviction did it, where you hold him by the throat and then you get to explore. You get to figure it out for yourself. You're like, oh, there's a TV over there. Let's go find out. Or there's a urinal.
It makes sense why they didn't do it, though.
Yeah.
Because, Conviction, you're just a loose cannon cop on the run for revenge. This one, like you said, he's a professional now. He's got to act professional.
True. I do like how, though, every interrogation, back in Conviction, the guys would be pretty tight-lipped until you hit them a few times, or did, horrible shit to them a few times, get glass in their face. This one, he'll, sometimes he'll just, hold a knife to their throat, and they just spill everything, I mean, granted, if Sam Fisher came up to me and said, you talk, I'd be like, and I'll just start talking, I'll just start crying the whole fucking time. So, I mean, he wouldn't even need to hurt me. He'd just hold me by the shirt, and I'd just, okay, in third grade, I just stole a sandwich.
I will say, with this game, back in the day when Conviction first came out, I thought that game looked beautiful.
True.
Then this game came out. Again, this game, it looks amazing. It really does.
It does.
And then I go back and play Conviction. Conviction looks like garbage compared to this game.
Did you actually install the pack too?
No.
Oh, I actually installed the pack, which made it even look better. I do have to say, though, one thing I noticed, and maybe, I don't know if you noticed this, sometimes the lip sync would be off. Bad.
Not when I played it.
Start moving. Yeah, see, I don't know, maybe because I installed the pack or whatever, because they had the
See,
HD pack.
I didn't want to sit around for 8 hours installing it because my internet speed's so slow.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would make sense. Honestly, from what we saw in the Bloody Time, from what I saw when we played the Bloody Time and what I played, it wasn't that much difference, but I did notice it bugged the shit out of me. During the cutscenes, especially on the ship, their lips would be so off. Like, they would literally, it would be weird too, because you'd see their lips move, then the voice would start going, and because the next character's time was to talk, they would interrupt them. So they'd be in the middle of finishing the sentence, and the other person would just start talking. And I was like, oh my god, and it happened the entire game, so it did kind of bug the shit out of me.
Yeah. No, so I guess, note to people listening to this, don't install the HD pack.
If you don't.
No matter how many times it bugs you, because it will bug you every time you turn the game on.
Oh yeah, it really does get bugged. But otherwise,
speaking of bugging, that was one problem I had with this game.
Really? What did you find out?
So, not the bugs in the game, people in the game bugging me. Specifically Grim.
What did Grim exactly do? I'm kind of curious. I'm trying to...
Well, there's one mission where you're supposed to find some dude's safe house.
Oh, yeah.
And the whole time, I'm trying to sneak around because there's guards fucking everywhere. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to sneak around, and every 30 seconds or so, do a scan with your goggles.
Oh, I didn't notice that too often of people like them. I would hear them do that, and honestly, because people who saw that, I stuck acid stealth, so I always found that as good little hints of, do this. Oh, okay, I'll do that.
Yes, but when that is the only hint they give you over and over and over again, it gets really annoying.
Yeah,
but
I can understand
especially
that.
since, because that part, I had some difficulties with it, mostly because I got through it, got to the penthouse, started doing that part of the mission, died. It restarted me at a completely different area of the house that I had to go through again. And again, the whole time I had to listen to Grim, just do a sweep with your goggles.
The only thing that really annoyed me with that mission a lot was the little air camera thing they make you use. And I'm like, God, I hate that thing. I really hate that. Because Ghost Recon made me use that same fucking thing too, and I hate that thing. I really hate that stupid little 3-tripod camera thing they make you fly around sometimes.
It's not even that bad.
You know what? It just kind of got annoying because that's the times I would get seen. If you got seen with that, it was just like, oh, restart. Honestly,
I never got seen with that. I just stuck low to the ground or high up.
Oh, see, I got stuck high up, but apparently they always saw me. I also have to say, with the gameplay, there's one thing that bugged the shit. I mean, I mentioned to you this yesterday. Okay, I will accept the fact that some of these, when they send those Splinter Cell type agents after you, when you got to fighting the guy with the guys with the night vision goggles, I understand them taking a couple hits, or the heavy armored guys, I'll understand them taking a couple of shots to the head. But for fuck's sakes, when you have a guy with a hard hat on, he should go down immediately. Hard hats are they're a piece of plastic. A bullet will go through that piece of plastic and kill you instantly.
And, you aim for the face. A hard hat ain't gonna do shit.
I know, honestly. So it kind of annoyed me when you did the mark and execute thing, and I'd have to make sure I was still aiming at him, so that way I can go back and shoot him again to just make sure he doesn't alert everybody. I was with the other Splinter Cell dudes. I gotta say, I did not like when in the game, some of them wear helmets, some of them don't. True.
And you can't tell because they're just all in black. The only way you can tell is if you actually mark them and oh, that one's wearing a helmet. Oh, that one's not.
That was something I noticed too. I did like the addition of dogs. I thought that was a cool addition because it made you have to change up your tactics a bit, because dogs will find you no matter what. They can get your scent somehow. I did also like
somehow. They're not dogs or anything.
Well, no, the fact that they don't have your scent to begin with is kind of...
Yeah, but they can smell the intruder.
I do also like the fact that the mark and execute you just get just from killing. You don't have to, you don't always have to do hand-to-hand like in Conviction. So I did
this one, it's like 4 actual hit points, or an execute.
Yeah, exactly.
Or not execute, hand-to-hand kill. Takedown. Takedown.
And the upgrades were fun. I mean, the upgrades, you get through them pretty quick because they give you an assload of money. I didn't feel Like, honestly, I was thinking I was going to need to do the side missions to even be able to afford any of the upgrades. People, the side missions are really just there to extend the game because, honestly, both of us played through the entire game without doing a single side mission.
Now I gotta. Did you upgrade your suit for stealth or combat?
I did more for stealth because combat with the regenerating health was not a big deal for me because I was able to maneuver around them, and I did get seen. So
my whole logic was if I upgrade for stealth, then I don't have to worry about health upgrades because they won't see me.
That's also very true.
And unlike you, I actually am I try to be stealthy.
I do stealthy until I get seen, then I must kill the person who sees me. And
I do that too.
Yeah. Let's see. Besides that, I'm trying to think. It is the best looking game to come out. We've mentioned that. The customization was great. I didn't play any of the co-op. It does have a couple moments where you have to play first person because you're playing as the other guy. Those were pretty easy. They were short, simple, so it didn't bug me at all. It was pretty lackluster first person though. I mean, it was kind of just,
It's Call of Duty.
Yeah, it was like a piss poor version of Call of Duty in my opinion. It was just like, oh,
Battlefield, whatever.
Yeah, well, you might piss some people off. Piss poor version of Call of Duty, yeah, Battlefield. So they were short, quick. They were easy as hell too, because all you had to do was just kill everybody and you're done. For the most part, I really did enjoy the game. It was actually my favorite game to come out this last week. I don't know. Anything else you want to add to it?
I would highly recommend buying this game if you like Splinter Cell.
Oh, exactly. I kind of kicked myself in the butt because not only did both of us, I really kind of wish both of us would have tried out the co-op on this because that would have been interesting to see the co-op. I did see some of the co-op and it was very similar to the co-op from the last game. Both of you need to live.
Except this time, you won't have to, kill me.
Yeah. Yeah, this time you won't have to. Yeah, I did kill him in the last game, people. This time you don't kill because you actually are playing as Sam and Briggs. You're not playing as,
generic 1 and generic 2, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, not do with green light, not do with red light. You're actually playing as actual people. Besides that, I think this game has some fucking legs to it. And I would really highly suggest people who are high fans of stealth, you get this game because for someone who doesn't even like stealth that much, I love the ever-living shit of this game, and that's fucking high praise then. So I'm gonna give this, you know what? I'm gonna have to give this a glowing praise of a high B+.
I'll go A-.
A-, alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so
yeah. Because I remember even you were not looking forward to playing this game when I told you stealthy.
No, Nick, you played this before I did. And you were telling me about moments where you had to be stealthy, like you couldn't even kill people in some moments. And I was a little dreading that. But once I got into it, and once because the game kind of, when you get to those moments, there's only a couple paths you can even do. And once you figure out that path, it's a breeze. And I really like that. And then for the most part, the game accommodates the way you want to play. So I give that game, and I like the way stealth games are going to that point where if you get seen, it's not fuck you, and the fact they give you enough bullets to actually play the way I play. So, yeah.
They gave you a shit ton of bullets.
Yeah, I think, since I played on easy because I suck at stealth, I had infinite amount of pistol. I don't know if you had infinite amount of pistol.
No, I didn't have infinite pistol.
Oh, I actually had infinite amount of pistol, so I literally could shoot to my heart's desire. So, yes.
I actually had to, guard when it came to shooting out lights and stuff, I actually switched to my alternate weapon because I didn't want to run out of pistol bullets.
Alright, people. That's it. Let us know what you think at bloodyscreen.weebly.com. Just visit us. You'll be able to watch other videos ad-free, unlike on YouTube and such. So, yeah, go there. Let us know what you think of Splinter Cell, and, just, help us out. Just go to our website. All right. That's it, everybody. Good night.